Gosh, y'all, the level of before my gifts came online, you know, I've always had like a lot of friends and associates and whatnot, but I started to really see people for who they were behind the facade. That's when I started to see like, this person just posted something on social media, but I'm next to them. Their vibration it's not that at all. Not in the judgmental way. I just started noticing that people, they are putting up a mask, and I can feel what's going on behind the scenes. And so that was the beginning of me becoming accepting that I was a clairsentient empath. And then after doing research to discover what an empath was, I realized that in order to help myself, I had to meditate. I had to use protection crystals. I had to learn how to do certain things to help myself. And so that's when I got into crystals. I started using crystals to help me with my energy. Meditation, when I first started meditating, I like astral travel right away. So most of the things that people have to learn how to do, I kind of just did it naturally. And becoming a psychic wasn't something I trained to do. It was something that just happened to me, and I had to learn how to understand it and learn how to work with it. And so over the years, mind you, this happened almost pretty much 10 years ago, that I had that realization and journey of psychic evolution. And so obviously I've been having to meditate. I've been meditating. I've done multiple past life regressions. I work with, now I'm at a very high level in this way, but over time, I've been able to astral travel to past lives. I've been able to connect with spirit guides and stuff like that, to understand that the gifts that I have now, my soul has had since the beginning of time. My soul is very, very ancient. I'm Mia in this lifetime, in this body, but the spirit that's in my body is psychic, has always been a seer, has always been a psychic. I've always been this way. So more so, it was like a spiritual awakening and the gifts coming online, but it had to happen slowly. Because I had a past life in Atlantis too, and I was a psychic, a seer and a priestess in that realm. I also was a priestess in ancient Egypt, and Actoria and Orion's Belt, multiple lifetimes here, an indigenous Native American healer and sage in Virginia in a past life, also an indigenous seer who died young in one lifetime, also someone who was a Romani person in England a very long time ago, but also who was hung and burned on the stake. I remember a lot of my past lives, I don't want to say most, because I've been here so many times, but I remember a lot of my past lives and, the gifts that I had there. So basically over time, they've all been coming online. And so after mastering clairsentience, and going into grad school at Drexel in Philly, and kind of struggling because I had to do dance movement therapy groups, and basically therapy groups, and I was always feeling a bunch. So fortunately, my beautiful supervisor, Natasha, who I really appreciate, she told me that I should probably take Reiki to learn how to move the energy better. So I became a Reiki certified, not master yet, but Reiki levels 1 and 2. So I'm a Reiki energy healer. That really helped me to move the energy better. But very interestingly, in the classes, I didn't really have to learn. It was just like, once they told us what to do, it was very easy for me. So when it comes to the certain things that people have to go and learn how to do, these are things that are like natural for me. It's just about learning how to understand it. And so over the years, different gifts have came online. So basically it was like I mastered one gift and then another one would come. And then I'd be like, what the heck is going on? But then it was just like, oh, I got to figure it out. So I obviously started doing readings years ago. And clairvoyance was after clairsentience. So clairsentience is the ability to feel with your spirit body. Clairvoyance is the ability to see into the spirit realm. So I developed clairvoyance probably about 7 years ago. And then clairaudience came on when I was in Texas. So not only was I able to see into the spirit realm, but also hear as well. And then there's other gifts too. But the last one that came online was, clear cognizance. I do have clear cognizance sometimes too, which is clear knowing. Also premonitions. I've had premonitions for a very long time. I've had dreams that predicted things that would happen, and then I had to call the person and tell them